Hello, crafty friends. This is Amy. Thank you for joining me. I have some crafts today that we're going to use a lot of Mod Podge today. These are some blocks that I had my husband help me cut down, and they are approximately 1.5 to 2 inches. They're just scrap pieces of wood, but I wanted some blocks, and I'm just painting 4 of the sides and 1 of the top. If you want to do the bottom, that's fine too. And then I'm applying some Mod Podge. And with all of these projects today, I'm allowing the Mod Podge to dry, and then I am using the iron to, what it does is it heats the Mod Podge underneath, and then it gets sticky again, and then it just sticks so much better, and you don't have all the wrinkling and bubbles. If you do have a little bit of a bubble, then just apply more heat to that area. And here I'm just making sure everything is stuck down, and I'm sanding on the side. Just that's like the nicest way to get it nice and crisp and sharp. And when you get done with that, you're looking at a piece that you'd buy in a store. It looks so nice. Then I took some orange paper and I cut it down, so I had a little bit of a border around so it could show off that pretty paper in the background. And again, the Mod Podge, allow it to dry, and then put the iron on it, and it stayed down very nicely. And it looks faster in the video. I've sped it up, but you do want to spend a few seconds on there and just check it. If it's not secured down, go over it again. And I just did a little dry brushing of white chalk paint, and I'm taking some stickers that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to spell out the word pumpkin. And then I have that longer wood piece, and I'm just taking a Sharpie marker and writing hay there. And I do need to pick up a new marker. So I just went over it a couple times just to make sure that it was nice and dark. And then I put Mod Podge again over the entire thing and allow that to dry. And that just keeps those stickers in place. The rest of it I don't think would go anywhere, but the stickers will stay in place with that. So here it is. I just thought it turned out darling, very farmhouse looking, and a nice little piece for autumn. Now I didn't do this, but a person could put something on the other side and make it Christmas perhaps. Maybe I'll do that yet. But here it is. I thought it turned out really cute, and it was just fun to do. You can do this. Easy to do. DIY number 2. Okay, Pioneer Plaid is the paper that I chose. It's a Hobby Lobby product, and I believe it was $1/4. And I'm using an 8x10 canvas from Dollar Tree. And then this is the red sticky tape that I like to use with certain projects. It is something that card makers like to use. When it comes to certain things like putting paper onto more paper, or making things stick really good, this is the product I go to, and I actually do sell this on Etsy. So I'm taking that, I did all 4 corners, I'm putting it down, and I'm pressing it firmly where the frame of the canvas is, and then it's stuck very well. I had some burlap, I cut it to size, and I took the edge, and I pulled away the string so it had a pretty little edge to it. And just taking some Aleene's glue, and just putting glue down on there. I decided not to go with the hot glue this time. And it does seep through, but once it's dry, you cannot see it. And then I'm looking at the color of my paper, and I chose to use Waverly Truffle Brown, and then I'm painting my wooden grateful sign, and I believe I got that at Hobby Lobby. And then I am taking a window cling that I got at Dollar Tree, and instead of just putting it on there, I wanted it to have somewhat of a firm background, and so I put it on just some, it was from the inside of those calendars. So it's kind of a thin cardboard. Now with window clings, they're made of plastic. So you can do that same technique. You want to cover it with parchment paper, go over it with the heat. It'll melt the plastic, and I allowed it to dry a little bit, cut it out, applying more Mod Podge, and then I'm just going to glue it with the Aleene's glue and my little wooden grateful sign. I'm going to glue that right on the front with the Aleene's glue again and allow that to dry. This one turned out to be cuter than I thought. I think the edge, the paper in the background really helped bring out all the colors, and it just gave it enough of a pop, so it wasn't boring. Something a little more, pretty in the background and very autumn looking. And then the fact that the paper is the other way. It's a, vertical pad, not a up and down, but across. Very cute, fun to do. You can do something like this. DIY number 3. Okay, this is one of the cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree, and then this is one of those calendars, and it's God Bless This Farm. I just thought that was so cute. Again, apply the Mod Podge, allow it to dry, and then I'm using this. It's called a Gingham Foil Silver. That one isn't a quarter, it's $1.99 at Hobby Lobby. And what it matched the sentiment on the God Bless This Farm, that was silver. And so I thought I'm going to use this. And I'm just cutting these from a paper pack that I had, and you'll see what I'm going to use these for. And these little strips are going to be put on those little Jenga blocks that you get at Dollar Tree. This was really a fun video to make. All of these projects I'm very proud of. I'm glad that you stopped in to check it out. Did a lot of them with the Mod Podge. Here's the same technique on the bare wood, putting more Mod Podge. Allow it to dry. And then again, you're just going to iron on that paper onto the wood and the metal pan with the hot iron. And people have asked, well, what was your iron set to? I would say medium to hot. Mine doesn't even really have much of a setting, but it's a really old iron. It's just very reliable. I think that thing is older than I am. Now with I used on the paper, all I do is use parchment paper over the top, and that way you're not going to have anything sticking to your iron, and just kind of buffing up the edges however you like them. And just going to do now the image of the cow, and then I'm also putting on that pretty gingham foil silver edging and ironing that on. And it stuck very nicely. I just took my time and went over it, and if there was anything that came up, I just went over it again. I'm just loving this technique because then I don't have all those bubbles and wrinkles. Okay, now we're going to go back to our little Jenga blocks. And my thoughts is we're going to put some magnets on those. And it's going to be a place that we can hang notes. So here's our pan. And if a person wanted to add more to this, you certainly could, but I liked it just how it was with the silver. And you can put your little notes on there. and it worked like a charm. And now I will finish putting the magnets on the back of those little blocks, and I'll have something, you know, that I can put some notes on. Turned out great. DIY number 4. This is one of those little mini cutting boards. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. It was $4, I believe it was, but I had a coupon. And so I just took some paper and I'm just measuring and applying the Mod Podge and allowing that to dry, and I'm going to iron that on again. And that was just some little check paper. It kind of was like a little bit of a pink tone to it. I really looked to try and find something that would match the sentiment that I'm going to put on there. But I think it turned out really cute. And now you can see I didn't even use the parchment paper over it. And it's because there really wasn't anything that, you know, that it could stick to. There wasn't, I was real careful on putting down the Mod Podge. And here's that cute little sentiment. I was looking at that. That is from a scrapbook paper that I bought, and I just cut them down so I could have like cute little, you know, fronts for projects like this. And it just says, I wasn't born in a barn, but I got there as fast as I could. I thought that is just so cute. And here's just a little raffia. And I did get the hot glue gun going out for that. That works perfectly to put raffia onto some paper and wood, you know. And just wrapped a little jute string around the bottom. And that was it. Quick, easy, so cute. Gave it a little hanger in the hole. And yeah, I just loved how it turned out. Those colors are so pretty and so in right now for farmhouse decor. I want to thank you for stopping in and watching my channel. I have so many ideas. Christmas will be coming. I encourage you to check out my channel because I really do. I have got a ton of ideas and I appreciate you checking this out. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.